It's like, what else is God gonna give him?
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, I bet he's swinging huge meat, too. Why not?
And hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jcast Experience. I am Jay Wade, and once again, well, I can't wait. I can't stop saying it, but I can't wait till you're back to my right because I keep wanting to go. And once again, to my right, we got Drew. But no, alas, once again, you're to my left. What's up, Drew?
Oh, nothing. Same old, really.
Yeah.
New and exciting stuff is I'm getting better.
That's good.
That's
good.
Yeah, my
man.
sickness is fading away, hopefully. So
very good.
Yes.
Yeah, we got snow out there now.
Yeah, there's snow out there for, I think, 2 days, and then it's going to be back to like 50 or something like that.
Or something.
Yeah, like
insane.
It's the craziest winter I've ever experienced in Ohio.
Well, we had Groundhog's Day the other day, and they were like, let's go, Punxsutawney, and
exactly.
Did Phil see his shadow? And I'm like, Phil sees his shadow every single time.
I told Tony, I said that groundhog doesn't know anything. That's not the original one.
Yeah.
So this is some inbred, way down the line one that just doesn't even know his ABCs, and he's let alone what the weather's going to be like 6 weeks from now.
Oh yeah. I'm willing to bet that in the movie Groundhog Day, they didn't even use the real Phil. It was probably a stand-in groundhog.
Probably.
I mean, you're going to take that away from Phil. Like, the one time he gets, like, a mainstream, wide-release movie made about... I mean, he's in the name of the movie. His day is in there. He is in it, and they frickin'... They hire a stand-in groundhog.
I'll bet he watched it and said, that guy doesn't even look anything like me.
Yeah.
He's probably darker furred or something like that. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's got a spot on him that makes him unique.
Yeah.
I mean...
Is Phil even male? That's another good question.
It could be Phyllis. It could be Phyllis. They call her Phil.
Brilliant. Well, also, another day that we had recently was Super Sunday. Oh, I love Super Bowl, dude. No matter who's playing.
I do, too. I have to say, and I'm going to get this out there to begin with, but I'm feeling like the Patriots kind of like the Yankees, where I'm kind of sick of seeing them in there, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But I will have to say that might be the best Super Bowl I think I've ever seen played by an individual team.
Yes.
Or both teams. Really, I mean, both teams played a hell of a game. It was ridiculous. I think, my opinion that New England just had more up their sleeves. That's it. That's the difference.
They didn't even have Gronk, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll say it, dude, loud and proud. I'm a Patriots football team hater.
Yeah.
I'm a Belichick hater.
Oh yeah, I don't like Belichick.
I'm a Brady hater.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't stand
Even though you're a Michigan guy?
Michigan's fallen to the wayside over the years. I was mostly a Michigan fan because I was younger and because they had the same style football helmets as our high school.
Oh,
so it was one of those where got one up there, and so I think that was the main reason I was a Michigan fan, and everybody else was, and all that.
Sure.
I was in the loser club, and I wanted to fit in.
You wanted to root against Ohio State. That's what you wanted to root against Ohio State.
I wanted to be popular, is what it was, and the popular kids liked Michigan, so I was like,
sure.
well.
Your age group, that is definite, sure.
And I still never became popular, so that's how that went.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Come to find out, popularity wasn't anything you really wanted it to be.
True. Very good point.
Yeah.
And get a little bit off topic on that, like how some people, picked on, bullied in school. It happens all over to everybody. Not everybody, because you got the ones who are on top of the food chain like you were.
Yeah.
And, no, you were a nice guy, though, dude.
I wasn't one of those. I fought against that, as a matter of fact.
You were in the... I was in the classes where there was still the solid segregation between the preps, jocks, and, like, the loser stoner kids.
Yeah.
And then you were, I think 2 years below me.
3
years below me. And by the time it got to you being in high school, you guys had kind of segregated.
Yeah.
Or desegregated, I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was a good mixture of everybody. Just if you were cool, you were cool. And
anyone could hang out as long as you were cool. That was exactly what I said.
See, I didn't have that, though. So I had to try to act like I liked other shit to try to be popular.
Well, yeah.
Then I realized that I wasn't never going to be popular. Then I was like, okay, well, I really like this other stuff. So I'm going to start growing my hair out. I'm going to dye it black. I'm going to, start sporting my 9 Inch Nails t-shirts and shit because that's what I liked.
Yeah,
and then I started hanging out with the fucking people that were in my same likeness and stuff. And then most of them turned out to be a-holes or junkies, and half of them are dead from overdoses. We know how that goes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we know how that goes.
But anyway, I just went way off topic there.
But anyway, let's get back to it.
Yeah. But my point was, that, even the Michigan thing, whatever, Brady, yeah. I'm a huge Brady hater. He's just, I can't stand the way the guy looks, man, which is terrible to say. But,
well, I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
Well, I don't mean that. I mean, he looks like a smug, arrogant asshole. Well, yeah, is what I mean.
My thing is that it's like, what else is God gonna give him?
Yeah, I know, right?
I bet he's swinging huge meat too. Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
At least his jersey got stolen.
I know.
I mean, I kind of don't mean to. It is funny, and you're gonna laugh, but like at the same time, it's like I played baseball. I love baseball. I played baseball. I can relate to that, dude. You've made a life out of this.
Yeah.
And you just won the most Super Bowls of a quarterback.
Yep, of all time.
And somebody stole your effing jersey, dude. Did
you hear what they appraised it for?
No.
$400,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's the only quarterback jersey to have 5 Super Bowls on it.
Wow.
And it's pretty dirty.
Man.
And that's what I got. I've got a cousin that collects authentic game-used jerseys, and he photo matches the stains, blood stains, stuff like that, to make them more valuable and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He tells you which game they're from, how many touchdowns they had in that game. I mean, that makes them way more valuable.
Yep.
But yeah. So the thing is that guy will never be able to sell that though. That'll be it'll be a black market sale if anything, and then whoever buys it won't be able to display it ever.
Yeah,
like that will be no. I mean, it's not like you're going to take the patch off of there. It's not like it's a jersey that they wore 3 times in the season or something like that. But
that's something that you only show to your buddies that you know who are also shady dicks.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be some rich a-hole.
Oh yeah,
that like. He's got buddies that do the exact same thing, you know, and it's sad because I think Tom Brady's kids should probably have that jersey, but that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Well,
and going back to the 5 Super Bowl wins.
Yeah.
You were saying something before we got started because I was wanting to talk about. I've heard people saying he's now the best quarterback of all time, and I'm sitting there going kind of, well, okay, people like to I understand when they're basing that on, like, the wins and all that,
mm-hmm.
but I was, okay, so I was trying to think about it, to be fair about it, does that necessarily mean he's the best of all time? Because in baseball, people would say, well, yeah, when they're the head, like Pete Rose, he's obviously the greatest hitter of all time because he has the most hits.
Yeah.
But that's a solo record.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Exactly.
And Brady, there were what, at least 2 games that he didn't play in that were won this season, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
so you can't count him in for those wins, which contributed to them getting to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
So you got to break it down finer than just, well, he's got the most Super Bowl wins, because it's not him alone. He could never do it alone.
In all the games, even the games he played in, there's 10 other people on the field with him at a time. And not to mention his defense, there's another 11, and you have special teams. But everybody is an intricate part. But to see someone in full beast mode, I think the debate really should be, is he the best Super Bowl quarterback of all time?
That would be a fair debate.
And to me, that's a great question, because I have a very passionate love for the 49ers, and especially Joe Montana. That is my guy. And to me, Joe Montana is the best quarterback, hands down, of all time. And I'll never view it any different, no matter the outcome of how many Super Bowls, Tom Brady has, because he's going to go on. He plans on playing till 45, says Matt Light. But
you think he'll make it that far?
We were talking about it, and I at work, and I feel like the same as my cousin does. Once he gets his bell rung as he gets older, he's going to... Brett Favre wanted to play till he was 50.
Right.
You know, and then when he played the Saints in the playoffs, wild card game, I believe, or his last game of the season, is a way to get into the playoffs, either way. And the Saints rung his bell. He was done.
Yeah.
That was it.
Falcons were hitting Brady all night long, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't think... I thought there was no way that they were going to be able to do anything in the second half. Because I was like, Brady's got to be so wore out from getting hit all freaking night.
Well, I was telling John, I was like, I call this is like, everybody's like, adrenaline is the best buzz ever.
Right.
It's the biggest rush you'll ever
get. Which I beg to differ, but we can talk about that another time.
But I believe in it. I believe in it because...
No, it is true.
Because, like, when I was playing, what I would call breathe fire is like... You're taking these deep breaths of air, and it's coming out super hot, and like everything is, you're in the zone, everything's going your way, like you are breathing fire out there, and you could see it on Tom Brady's face on the sideline, like he had this look in his face, like, and he hadn't even done anything yet, they were down still, and he had this look on his face, like, that's it, I am not taking any more of this. And goes out there and just starts throwing laser beams. I mean...
Why did he take it? Well, but you're like, I'm not going to, he's got to that point, he's like, I'm not going to take this anymore, but why did he have to get to that point? Well, why was he taking it in the first place? What the hell was going on,
What usually happens, and and this is what really inspires me in sports athletes, is, when you're down, because when he goes into the game, he's not expecting to be down like that at the half at all. Okay?
Right.
He's expecting to go in there, do his job, and he's going to come out victorious. That's how he views it. He better not go in there scared. But when all of a sudden you have the shock of just getting tore up by the other team's defense, then your defense can't do anything to stop their offense, and you're kind of in a shock at that. You're kind of in a panic mode. So then you go through halftime. Let yourself settle down. And this is what a real professional should be doing in there. Focusing, listening, going over the plays, looking at film, really focusing. And when he gets back out there, now it's time to go to work.
Yeah.
And a real player is going to take that and just keep going. You're not going to hold him down. Yeah, I may have lost my step there for a second, but you just hold on a minute now. I ain't nobody to play around with.
I was afraid they were going to come back after the half and just take it to him, man. I really was.
Well, you gotta. I mean, they have so much experience in the Super Bowl. Not only the team themselves, the Patriots, but Belichick and Brady.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh, it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, and to me, this is how you know. They did two extra points at the end for 2-point conversions. Yeah. Okay. And they only ran 2 all season.
Right.
And only got 1.
You're lucky if you get 1.
Yeah. But they had 2. Yeah. And if you watch the play, they had 2 dead set score 2-point conversion plays. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. That just tells you how on top of the game those coaches are on that staff.
Yeah.
And one of them, one of those was on the fly. Mm-hmm. Because you don't just have 2 of those laying around. You only ran 2 all year.
Right.
And but somebody came up with another great one on the direct snap, and it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Tom Brady did misstep on the corner pass there in the red zone where he almost got it intercepted. But other than that, I really didn't see much flaw in what he did.
Yeah.
Probably 4 minutes into the third quarter on.
And I mean, like I said, I got hate for the guy, but I mean, even I Yeah. Even I can call it when I see good playing. Dude,
I don't like him.
He can kick ass,
it was unbelievable though to see.
Man.
And I don't. I mean, there's stats. I've got stats on Joe Montana and
let's take a look at some of those. Let's check that out.
But yeah, we'll check that out. It was NBC Bay Area is which website this was on. So this could be slightly biased, I'm sure. Being in the Bay Area, that
True.
Is. But so I'm just skipping all what they say other than facts. Okay. So on the facts right here, we got championships. Obviously, Tom Brady with 5 Super Bowl wins, Joe Montana with 4. So if you go just off of that, like a lot of people do, a lot of people only count championships. Tom Brady is the best of all time.
Let me ask a question real quick on this, though. This specific stat. How many years total did Montana play? Compared to how many so far Brady has played?
That's a good question. It's probably on here somewhere.
It's kind of like the most hits in one season record.
Well,
when they extended the games, they added more games, so then that kind of affected how they figured out who got the most hits in baseball.
Right now, Tom Brady has played more games than Joe Montana.
Well, seasons though.
Well, exactly.
Because Super Bowl one per season.
Well, I'm going off of that. I think of the amount of time it takes to get there, wear and tear. So Tom Brady is taking quite more of a beating, I'm sure.
Right.
And it doesn't say how many seasons.
Anyway, I was just curious.
But anyway, so then the MVP awards, Tom Brady has 4 and Joe Montana has 3. So there you go on that. But the record, and that's in the Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl marks right here.
All right, yeah.
So they each didn't get it once.
Right.
So that's about the same. Record in the Super Bowl, Tom Brady is 5-2. So he's been there 7 times. Wow.
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
Too bad they didn't lose more than 2 of them.
And then here's a great one. Joe Montana is 4-0 in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Did not lose. That's just like Michael Jordan never lost a championship.
Yep.
When he was in it.
Man.
But, wow. Joe Montana, out of 7 games, Tom Brady had 15 touchdowns. And out of 4 games, Joe Montana had 11.
Wow.
So Joe was really working it. He was
one.
working it hard. And interceptions, this is another good one right here. Tom Brady had 5 interceptions. Joe Montana had 0.
Man.
0 interceptions. That's unbelievable.
Man.
That is unbelievable.
Man, dude. Oh, that is unbelievable, dude. I kind of don't believe it.
Yeah. Completion percentage. Tom Brady was at 67% accurate in the Super Bowl, which is just unreal. That's unreal. And Joe Montana, 68%. So got him by a percent there, too.
That's another close one.
Yeah, so far, Joe's starting to come back. In passing yards, Tom Brady has 2,071, where Joe Montana has 1,142. But he has almost twice... Yeah, I mean, he has more yards per game, Joe Montana does, than Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. See, my only thing about this is I go back to how many years each played. Because, if Tom Brady accumulated those stats over 10 seasons compared to Montana's 8 seasons...
These are only Super Bowl stats.
Well, that still applies.
Yeah.
Because because I mean, if Brady played more seasons to this point than Montana did total, then Brady had more opportunities to get those stats than Montana did.
That's true.
That's my only thing why I can't make a decision on who's the better of those two.
Yeah,
because of that.
I have three more categories in the Super Bowl ones, and then we'll stop and we'll look that up. But these ones are pretty substantial. Mind you, the yardage that we just went over in that Joe Montana had more yards per game on average. his completions, Tom Brady had 207 completions to get the 2,071 yards. Joe Montana had 83 completions to get 1,142 yards.
Smoked his ass,
He is hucking them downfield the whole time.
Wow.
And the passer rating, which as we know, shows it's like an efficiency chart.
Right.
Shows how efficient you are. Tom Brady is at a 95.3, which is pretty dang efficient. Okay. Joe Montana was at 127.8.
Oh my gosh. All right, I think I might be able to make a decision.
Yeah.
For myself.
Yeah. And the margin of victory in the Super Bowls, how many plus points after all the Super Bowls added up against their opponents? In the 7 Super Bowls they won, altogether they are only up 19, the Patriots. Altogether. So they won very close games, which is pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Montana, plus 76. They smoked him.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna call it for Montana.
I mean,
I'm sorry,
after reading those
after
stats, that is
hearing
unbelievable.
all those stats, yeah.
I mean, it started off heavy in Brady's favor,
right?
But those were just wins. And then you go into how you played during the game. Well, there's no question.
What sold me was the amount of attempts to gain those yards.
Yeah,
that's when I'm like, okay, sorry Brady, you're good. I can't stand you, but you're not as good as frickin' Montana.
Exactly. Montana is the man.
Jeez.
So Montana played 14 seasons. That is a long career in the NFL.
Brady's in his 11th or 12th or something?
Yeah, I think it's 12th. Let me look that one up real quick.
Yeah, I know he's up there. I think it was 2001 was when he took over QBing for the Pats.
Oh, he was playing before that, I do believe.
As a starter, though?
I don't know about a starter. I'm not sure about that. No, you're right. 2000s when he was drafted. Yeah, that's right. Because
it was
Bledsoe, wasn't it? Yeah,
got injured.
Right. Yeah,
and then Brady took over.
Which I really liked Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah,
he had a sweet name.
Yeah,
Drew. I mean, only awesome guys are named Drew.
Oh, I know. Good observation, Drew.
So to bring it to a conclusion here, Joe Montana, obviously a much better quarterback in the Super Bowl. If you had to pick a dream team to somebody to play quarterback for you, pick Joe Montana. Have Tom Brady in there as your backup.
Yeah,
you definitely don't want to count him out, but you're wanting old Joe in there.
Yeah, and to go ahead and wrap up this topic here for the night, I did want to also bring up that now the overtime rules. Both teams, everyone knows what the rules are before they went into the game. I'm not bitching or complaining about, the outcome of the game and, everybody knew. But the NFL needs to change that stuff, dude. It really is not right that game was as hard fought as it was and Patriots won it on a coin toss.
You should just give them 5 minutes and whoever's winning in the 5 minutes. I don't understand why they don't just play 5 minutes. Just play 5 minutes of football.
Right? And just let them keep going back and forth, and at the end of the 5 minutes,
wins. And I believe they'll probably come. They'll be talking about that.
True.
This is the first Super Bowl it's ever happened in, so they'll be talking about that.
It just that's a disgusting thing to me. And
you go out there, you don't even have a chance offensively, at all.
Yeah.
But if they kick the field goal, then you would have had a chance.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Scoring.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway. Going from that nutty bit of NFL rules, this week's Nutty Bar of the Week is, like you said, kind of dark. But, hey man, if it's deserving, it is deserving. And I find this one to be quite deserving. I have no sympathy for stupid whatsoever. So, with that being said, what do we got for Nutty Bar of the Week this week, Drew?
Well, Nutty Bar of the Week is it's kind of a darker Nutty Bar, but still insanely nutty.
Yes.
But I think the headline really does it pretty justice on the Washington Post here. Her arms trapped in a clothing donation bin. She dangled helplessly through the cold night and died. That's a heck of a headline.
That is it's a mouthful, and that mouthful is a pretty heavy statement, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Very morbid headline.
It is. But this lady, Judy Permer, well, she went to a clothing donation box where people, they take their clothes and their shoes and donate to people that really need them and stuff like that. She drove her, I believe it's an H2, because they're calling it an enormous Hummer.
Yeah,
so,
I just know it was a Hummer.
But
which means she obviously had a little bit of money.
She's 56 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she went to the donation box, took out a step stool ladder, shimmied her way up that, goes into the top of it and starts peeling out items.
Mm-hmm.
Bags full of stuff. And she's robbing. It has been reported that someone saw a black Hummer doing the same thing in November.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And so, but this time, she must have not locked the little metal legs things in or something, because it folded up on her, kicked over, and she was wedged by her arms to where it broke her arms and her wrists. And she hung there where she couldn't get out because she's wedged in there.
Yeah, her feet couldn't touch the
until
ground.
Somebody found her the next day. Well, it ended up getting down to 21 degrees that night. So they said the cause of death was hypothermia and blunt force trauma, which would have been her arms probably bleeding on the inside, hemorrhaging.
Yep.
But yeah, so
2 a.m. was when this went down, about 2 a.m.
Which, the way I said it, makes it sound sad on her behalf. But mind you, this lady is driving a Hummer, which, I work at a car lot. If it was a nice one, you're selling them for around $35,000 used.
Yeah.
If you're buying a new one, you're talking about $80,000 car.
Yeah.
And she's stealing from the needy.
Yeah. Not to mention, not to be like this, but we all know that most of the clothes that are donated to places like that are older stuff that's not trendy or not in style. So if she's stealing for herself, then why would, it doesn't match the appearances that you would think someone driving a Hummer would want to represent.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess she left the Hummer running the whole time, and it was running when they found her the next day.
Imagine that broad, dude, hanging there, her arms and her wrists broke, and she's just in such agonizing pain, hanging there. So her arms and her shoulders, those sockets were sore from hanging there.
They're probably dislocated.
Yeah, she's freezing to death, and the whole time she's listening to that big badass Hummer running, knowing that heater's cranked in there, dude.
It's nice and warm in there. Heated seats probably turned on.
What a dumb broad, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not insensitive, but like I was telling you before, man, something I say that is justifiable in certain cases is no sympathy for stupid.
No.
I have no sympathy for this broad,
I have to, and like I said earlier, I have to assume that karma finally just caught up to her, and she got what she deserved on that one. Stealing from poor people and stuff like that when you got money, it's only going to catch up to you.
Yep.
She paid dearly.
I'll
tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
That's
terrible.
It's nutty. It's nutty in multiple ways.
Yeah.
This is nutty in multiple ways.
Oh, yeah.
To die like that, to even be doing that. To have your Hummer parked right next to you doing that while it's running.
That's how you go out.
Yeah.
That's how you meet your maker, if you believe in one.
56
That's how you
years
go
old,
out.
she wasn't even that old.
I know. She had good, grandkids maybe, big fan. Who knows, dude, the life that this woman had, and this is how she chose to end it, man.
She's probably a hoarder and couldn't help herself.
Something, dude.
I don't know.
Something. But, Yeah, that's it, dude. She's the Nutty Bar this week.
Nutty Bar of the week. Way to go.
Judith Permar, kudos to you for being the expired Nutty Bar of the week.
Kudos.
Well, I want to thank everybody for listening tonight, this week. We will be back next week. And if not, we'll be back the week after that. But we'll be back next week. We can't let you guys off the hook for too long.
Sick. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, no problems. No problems, man. Real life, dude. Real life. But be sure to listen, like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any comments, suggestions, questions, criticisms, anything at all, leave them down there for us. We don't care. Bring it on. For this week and for the Jcast experience, that is Drew.
That's Wade.
Later.
Later.
You want to hear something funny? The mic wasn't on that whole time.
No way.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, wow.
So smooth.